Welcome to the Existential Crisis Podcast. It's a podcast of your life. Anyway.
Wow.
Just testing some new theme ideas.
That was really good. I feel like that was a new intro we've never done before.
Well, normally you sing. Normally you take the reins.
Yeah.
And, sing us in.
I liked it.
I decided to do it this time.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling any particular way? You mix things up, so I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was a productive day. It was one of the rare day where I try to wake up at a decent hour and focus on work.
Your first mistake and your second mistake.
Yeah, true. I mean, let's be honest. This whole quarantine work situation has been a lot of not waking up as early as I normally would and only working as much as I can stand before I remember how terrible everything is. So, not to say there aren't times when I'm working really hard. I just feel like instead of doing the average amount of work every day and just splitting the difference, I feel like I have 2-week cycles of, I'll take it easy. Okay, no, I really need to get into this thing right now. I need to finish this, and I'm staying up late, and I am working technically overtime, but not technically because the hours even out, and then it starts over. And, that's what I've been doing, which probably isn't healthy, but today I decided to try and split the difference a bit more and do work.
I feel like that might be a little bit closer to like what our caveman ancestors, cave people ancestors were. Thank you. Were more leaning towards, right? Because like, we're hunter gatherers. We'd like do a lot of work and then just kind of like hang out a lot of the time. Is my romanticization was that right?
Romanticization. Romanticize something. Sure.
Yes. That's what at least I'm pretending the past was like. Just a lot of hanging out.
Yeah, just a lot of, should we do anything? I don't know. Is there a bear or something? No. Then I guess we don't do anything.
I guess we get dysentery. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we could all go drink the river water and get dysentery for fun.
Yeah. You want to try this berry? It could kill us, but it could be really good.
It's a lot like my time in Bothell, Washington, actually.
It sounds... yeah. What was your life as a child in Bothell? Was that...
Boy.
Were you like... did you guys like hang out outside and stuff?
Yeah, well, like as a child, like as a youth, there was definitely a lot of running around in woodsy areas and using your imagination to pretend you're a Jedi and things like that.
Was there really? That's so cool.
Yeah, definitely. We had a great little like wetland area right in our neighborhood. That was really cool.
A wetland.
And, yeah, a little wetland and blackberry bushes and things. They were unfortunately been kind of terraformed into different things. Not so much, they didn't like pave over it, but the wetland, I don't know, it's like a dried up, and they definitely like got rid of a lot of the blackberry bushes. And
it's a dry land.
It's a dry land.
Sorry,
now.
not to make fun of your obviously important childhood stomping grounds, but
I could do without it.
Sounds like
if Bothell, Washington was wiped off the map like by laser or something, and everyone I personally still know was like,
oh my God.
Okay. I'd be like, the world would not mourn Bothell, Washington.
I mean, you say that, but it doesn't sound like you're much of a Bothell enthusiast.
Watch, there's going to be an asteroid next week, and boy, it's just going to age badly.
There's always that fear that you'll say this, and then an asteroid will hit Bothell, and then everyone's like, which?
Yep. I mean, we've said a lot of things in this podcast. If any of them should come to fruition... We're getting burned.
We're getting burned at the stake. That would be a terrible way to go. Anyways.
That would be a terrible way to go. Tell me about your childhood.
I don't remember a lot of it. I have a lot of memory loss. I don't know.
That's convenient.
I'm trying to think of anything. I mean, I think I've said this on this podcast before, but like this childhood friend of mine and I had like a long running make-believe saga, like a saga, like
okay,
like generations of people that we play acted out. So that was cool.
What? I mean, go into that more. Like,
Well,
when you
there's
say
this-
you acted these scenarios, like
Yeah.
in what way? In
like,
what setting?
Like we were like make believing.
right.
Probably up until we were like quote unquote too old to be doing it. But
Sure.
like, so this was a boy who I was very close friends with, and like he used to come over to my house after school all the time. And like his mom would give me rides and my mom would give him rides, blah, blah, blah. And so we were very, very close and spent like a lot of time together. And I think we were just both kind of like weirdos. And so, yeah, we like had this whole make believe like Game of Thrones for children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, a show that should be made, but also.
No, I think we're good.
Well,
we can lay the Game of Thrones to rest.
I think we need. I'm not saying we need it to be a continuation of Game of Thrones for the youth. I think it should be. There needs to be a level, something on the level of Game of Thrones for kids, like Blue's Clues, but actually, the thinking chair is what we're fighting for, and
I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is probably like Game of Thrones.
yeah, that's probably closest. But like, I'd like for Blue from Blue's Clues to be involved.
I know
Anyway.
you've got a weird thing for him. It's fine. He was
I
your
wasn't
past to
shopping
fame.
some-
We get it.
Hey, who didn't like Blue's Clues? Who
She
didn't
was
like
your
Blue's
past
Clues?
to fame. They.
My claim to fame, my lame claim to fame. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
I
there's my
love
show.
that.
Thanks.
I love that you
Thanks.
really got deep into.
We used to write each other letters in character, and I bought a whole calligraphy set just so that I could melt wax and press seals into it and send them to him.
Wow, this is
Can't believe we've never talked about
advanced.
this.
I don't know. Like this isn't like something everyone does. This is pretty
Is it?
interesting. No. I don't think I ever wrote letters to my friends in character.
Yeah,
And,
dude.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is. I could spend a whole hour just on this, but I guess we shouldn't.
And I could probably tell you I don't remember a lot about my personal childhood, but I could probably tell you a vast majority of the plot of this saga, which I'm not going to do on.
Right.
It's too embarrassing to do on a
'Cause
microphone,
it's
but
too
we could
good.
do it privately.
Okay. All right, listeners. I'll try.
I
to
will
get
say
out of
it
her.
did get started when we read Bridge of Terabithia, and we were like, "That sounds lit." Like, I wish I had a. I wish I drowned. No. That sounds lit. I wish I had like a cool backyard for us to play in, but we didn't. We just had my backyard and his backyard, and that was about it.
Was Bridge to Terabithia, which I haven't seen, so forgive me. Is it a book also?
It's a
Well, it's
book.
also-
You've seen
also
the
a
book.
movie.
It is, yeah.
Does that have Josh Hutchins?
It's the guy from
Hutcherson?
Game of Thrones, yes.
Game of Thrones.
The Hunger Games.
Hunger
Sorry,
Games.
sorry.
Hunger Game of Thrones.
The
I see
Hunger
what you mean.
Throne, yeah.
Hunger Throne. Hunger Thrones. Hungry Hippos. It's Josh Hutcherson.
Yes.
And so I haven't seen it. Yeah, is that kind of like, was that your big like pop culture, like the world I want to be in? Or
Not
no?
even.
What-
Not
what
even.
would you
I think
say?
it just like hit us at the right time.
Sure. I mean, isn't it just Jumanji? Am I wrong?
You're wrong. But it's
Okay.
fine. I'll forgive you. Just know that Anna Sophia Robb's character, she tries to go on a rope swing over a river and drowns. That's all you need to know
goodness.
about it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's cheery stuff. Cheery stuff.
I really thought it was Space Jumanji. Maybe that was just the advertising.
I think you're thinking about Zathura.
Oh, am I thinking of Zathura?
Should we start the podcast?
Is Josh Hutcherson in that too? Yeah, we'll start the podcast.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking I wish you were mine, a man-seeking woman who stowed on
for listener, I miss your Golden Globes. It's time for another Craig's-Existential Crisis, the show where we take the misconnection section into new directions. I'm Tom Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
And what we have here for you today is Craig Cry Classic. I remember making a big deal out of trying to change the format. I do. And I hear
I
you.
remember it too, and I remember me being very skeptical of us doing it, and you being like, no, it's going to happen.
It's coming.
It
It's
better
just
not
gonna
be.
take
I'm happy.
more preparation. Well, don't be too happy.
You're going to have to
'cause
kick me off and get a new host.
Zendaya is on standby.
All right. That's what you say.
To be fair, so is John David Washington. He'll be taking my job should you leave because they have better chemistry than me and Zendaya probably will. And I understand those creative decisions, but those come from the top, not me. What you gonna do?
First straight from the top. So we did the little podcast about misconnections, which is like a community post board for the internet. We get to post about people that you thought you had a connection with, but then you missed it, you dingus.
You messed it up.
And it may be springtime, but boy, do we cold read these.
Good work.
Thanks. I'm really I'm in a place today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't concentrate so much that I'm having to doodle while we talk, or else I will just forget what we're talking about.
Hey, you do you. That's fine. But as Sarah said, we cherry picked the best misconnections, so you didn't have to do all that because it is hard work, and you deserve a break. And we do that for you.
Trust us. It's hard work. I'm sweating.
Me too, but that's more medical. But anyway, we pick the best of the best, and then we provide them to each other to cold read on the spot, on the pod, for you.
Yes.
And warm those ears up with some cold reads. Anyway, I'm going to start with one of yours, if that's okay.
I guess.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway. So here we go. You're my lunch angel. You work at a sandwich shop and occasionally deliver an order for me. I am so grateful and hungry. I don't always see you, but the mask hides my joy when I do. I would guess you're always on the go, driving around town. Miss that short period time to flirt like we used to. You have at least one child that I know of, but I'd like to know more. Let's just clarify. He would like to know if they have more children, or
yes.
he'd like to know more children.
He'd like to know more children. They'd like to know more children in their lives. Here's my thought about this one. And I don't mean to poo-poo on anyone's true love. I'm just saying.
Poo-poo away.
I think that maybe you're just hungry. Like,
Oof.
like I don't want to ruin this person's life, but I would say before you make any drastic decisions, I'm sure this person's lovely. Just make sure this isn't like a Pavlovian thing.
That's a real good point. You can go too far when you're hungry. You can think that you can eat a whole full order of ribs, but you can't. You can't. They're going to come to the table, and you're not going to finish them. And then, well, that's egg on your face. Well, actually, it's rib on your face. But your eyes get bigger when you're hungry. You're not really... That's not the best time for data collection.
And they say that your pupils blow out when you look at something you like. So we're seeing the convergence here.
Yeah. This is all supported by science. This is a very scientific podcast.
Big old pupils. Okay, I have something to talk about.
Okay.
I'm also really good at transitions today.
Yes, you are.
So I'm reading a novel right now that could be argued to be romance. Because sometimes, you need something fun to read. And in this novel, there's a line where last night I literally laughed out loud as I read it, where they say, like, the main character's a lady, and she's like, I was, like, aroused and my breast tightened, and he saw it through my shirt, and I was like, the fuck?
Does that happen?
No, I don't think it happens. At least titties do things when you're aroused, but as far as I know, they don't visibly tighten. I don't even know what that means.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to visualize what that is. I feel like it's just like, it'd be like if I...
Please, tell me.
Forgive me for not really, like... This isn't gonna be accurate, and I know that, okay? But I picture...
Talon has seen ladies.
I promise you, I know what a boob is. And to some extent, I even have some of my own.
We all have breasts. Everyone.
We all have breasts.
All right,
Some-
sorry, please.
I
I
just
gotta
imagine
know.
two like semi-inflated balloons just getting a nice full, another like a solid puff of air. You know, like it just that's the physical sensation I'm picturing of breasts suddenly tightening like the.
That's
like
what I
firm-
imagined too. And I was like, but either I've never had it done good or that's
You've
not
never met-
real.
You've never met that. You've never been so
Seduced by
aroused.
somebody that my breasts have tightened. I needed to put it out there to our listeners. If your breasts tighten, no matter whomst you are, you're a breast owner. If your breasts tighten, please talk to me. If visibly tighten, that's the part that's got me fucked up. Because I could believe theoretically that like it's just a fancy way of saying like my nips got hard. But
sure.
but
or you
this was
inflated
like
your chest.
yeah, sure. But this was like specifically like she saw like it was through her shirt. Like I just okay. Anyways, this is so off topic. Just on the on the terms of things that your body does when you're aroused by.
I don't think it's off topic at all. I think this is the topic. Like, I would never describe it as I was aroused and my penis tightened. Like, that's not what I would say.
I wish you would though.
Gosh, I gotta step away for a minute. That bartender is
God.
gonna be a real tight penis situation right now. So,
Oh my god. Anyways,
not how I would describe it.
if you ever want a good giggle, read a romance novel. They're wild.
Read a romance novel, and if your breasts tighten, call a doctor immediately. But I do think you're right. I think this person is, first of all,
hungry.
every time they get a sandwich, they're still hungry. I'm so grateful and hungry. I would think if you were flirting with this person, or if it wasn't for sure the hunger, it would be I am so grateful and satisfied with my sandwich proportions.
They didn't eat the sandwich yet, though. You don't eat. Do you make your delivery person stand there and watch you while you eat your sandwich? Helen, you're
It's
supposed to let
not-
them go after they deliver. You're not supposed
They-
to force them to stand there and watch.
If they want a tip, they stand there and watch. And they shouldn't have a problem with that, as I put it in the delivery instructions. So
my God.
they know what they're getting into.
No. Oh, no.
You're right. You're right. They're still hungry when they get the sandwich. But I feel like hunger is still the wrong response.
Damn, you're really policing this person's emotions.
I-
Go for it.
I just feel like when the food comes, and I've been ordering a lot of food this past
Humble brag.
365 days. Humble brag.
Please stop.
When the food gets there, I'm excited. I'm elated. I'm like ready to be satisfied. My mouth is watering.
Your breasts are tightening.
My breasts are tightening. Penis tightening. Everything tight. And
Pupils blown out. Yeah.
pupils blown the fuck out. Black eyes, solid black like a doll's eyes, all
Like a
lifeless.
black-eyed child.
Is that
Do you know
something?
about those?
What are you talking about?
All right, all right. This is an urban. We're gonna take you on a journey.
Okay, tangent within a tangent. Go on.
This is an urban legend. It's called the Black-Eyed Children. They're these children. People think they might be ghosts, maybe aliens. But they come to your door and they're like, "Can we use your phone, sir?" And then they try to get into your house, and you're not supposed to let them in because they're bad.
I mean,
And they got solid black eyes.
black guys are not. If lots of children come to my door asking me to use the phone, no, I'm not letting them in.
That's what God created cell phones for.
Yeah, kids don't know cell phones. You're gonna tell me these little kids aren't on TikTok? Bullshit. Slam.
Oh shit, liars.
Slam the door.
Anyways,
yeah, there's
sorry.
a phone up your ass.
There- Don't say that to a child.
That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
So,
So.
sorry, we were talking about your sandwich reaction.
We were talking about sandwich guy. I feel like this person should have just stopped at grateful. Because doesn't sound super grateful when you go on to say, also so starving, you were taking so long with my food. Like, no, grateful stops at grateful. You say thank you. Thank you for the food. And then you eat, and then you decide whether or not the person delivering your sandwich is actually an angel or if you're just hungry. That's when the decision making has to happen. You can't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. You can't go to a job interview hungry. You can't see a movie when you're hungry because the whole time you're just going to be... The whole opinion on the movie is going to be based on how much food is in it, how good it looks. Does it make the hunger situation worse or better? That's what, that's what's
Does this fill me?
Does this... am I fulfilled?
I will say in Ratatouille, that food never
Ratatouille?
looks... No.
Nah.
In Ratatouille, that food never looks that good to me, so that's a movie I can watch while I'm hungry and not be affected by it.
It's because it's French.
That's true. All right.
It's because it's French-ass food.
Do you have any last piece of advice for this person before I cold read one of yours?
The child line is a weird one, and you should rewrite it. You should...
Write it?
I did say rewrite it.
That's fine.
And if I had a chance to do that over, I would say it differently. And I think you had many chances because I'm doing this live on the spot, sir. I'm assuming you're a sir. I don't know. But you are writing this and posting it. You have time to edit. It's only been 5 hours since we found this misconnection. If you're listening, you have time. Retype this and do it better, and you might have a shot.
Damn. All right.
I'm not taking any bullshit today, Sarah.
I guess not. You're in a mood too, but it's like almost the opposite of mine.
I have to compensate for you. We've switched.
Am I the taskmaster usually? I don't feel like I'm the taskmaster.
All right. Moving
All right.
on. Oh, are you going to read?
Oh my god, I was literally... Yes, Don.
I wanted to say that this one came from our inbox and our email, craigcraypod@gmail.com. This was sent to us by our good friend, Warren McHenry.
Lovely. We love to hear it.
Yep, so there you go.
I'm looking for an evil landscaper. This is a long-term project and is perfectly legal. No one will be harmed in any way. It is purely the good kind of mischief and is actually a bit of a good deed. You must have landscaping skills and a little extra time in your hands to help plan the evil plan. It will be ongoing, over time. You get to be creative and help shape the evil, harmless, plan. The details will be revealed when I select the trustworthy evil landscaper. Perhaps evil isn't the right word? Perhaps I'm looking for someone who is chaotic good? No, maybe that's not right either, because we will obey all laws and regulations precisely. Perhaps you will be lawful evil. I don't know. It's a good deed, but mischievous. You must be chosen before details will be provided. Email me and tell me what your landscaping skills are, and why you should be chosen as a trustworthy partner in good, legal, rebellious fun. What kind of availability do you have? Compensation? Reasonable. Standard landscape pay, to be negotiated when we discuss the evil plan. And then it's a smiley emoji, but with eyebrows.
Yeah, evil eyebrows.
Sorry, I should have said that the eyebrows were evil.
Well, there's no way of knowing for sure whether or not those eyebrows are evil.
I think we might be able to make a fair assumption that the eyebrows are evil based on the content here.
Well, why? What makes you say that?
I don't know, just like an inkling.
Okay.
Nothing in the text or anything. Not any context clues or anything.
Not the use of the word evil like 15 times.
Do you think they want an evil landscaper?
Yeah. I feel it feels like evil was not the word they should have gone with, but they just wrote a paragraph and just stuck with it. And they were
like,
then
"This is what
added
I've
a new
got."
one. Yeah.
It's really hard when you're like, what's that word that means? And then you try to like type it into Google and it never says what you want.
Yeah. Because
You know-
mostly that's not how Google works.
Well, it should be. It can do everything else and listen to you while you're sleeping, so it might as well be able to tell you what the word you're thinking of is.
That's
It's
a
gonna have
good
mind reading powers, better put them to good use.
We should all have a personalized Google AI that knows how we talk. And
No.
I will write Google and let them know that you specifically requested
No.
that and volunteer to be a beta tester.
Absolutely not. We all know. I think we all know. I don't like Alexas. I don't like Siri. I don't even like Siri on my phone. I know I have a tiny spy device in my pocket, but I'm not going to make it any easier than it already is.
Yeah, I guess I live by the motto of like, just don't do anything illegal and you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, that is the worst. Colin.
I'm obviously joking.
Oh, that just gave me diarrhea.
You're welcome. We could all be cleaned out now and then again.
Are we gonna? Were you about to ask me what we think the evil plan is? I feel like that's what you're about to ask me.
I wasn't, but let's go to it. Like, yeah, what is this? Because they say they're going to be following the entire law. So what is the evil plan?
I think that they have a neighbor who's like elderly and is too embarrassed to ask for help, but needs to have their yard picked up because it's kind of an embarrassment to the neighborhood.
Yeah, that could be it.
What
I
do you
just feel
think?
like I wish they wouldn't go out of their way to call it evil. That seems pretty nice. That seems pretty harmless.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it's just weird. Like, if that was it, it's just weird to frame it this way. Like, oh.
I think it's somebody who needs a little
shit.
spice in their life. Like, they haven't felt their
Sure.
breasts tighten in a while, and they're looking for it, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I was thinking, it could, like, I was like, could this be some, like, weird pop? Like, I've seen this on TikTok, like, kind of people who just go around their city, like, planting trees, and it takes long enough that by the time it really starts being noticeable, you're not really, the statute of limitations is gone. They're not going to catch you. No one's going to be like, fuck, this tree's a year old. We better start tracking down suspects. But again, I don't know if that's following the law.
And you've just heard that. It's you don't, like, know anyone who's done that. Like, did you not implicate it?
I'm not implicating anyone. I'm not going to name names. I don't even know names. If you wanted me to give names, I wouldn't know what name to give you.
Do you want to know a tree fact?
I do.
Okay, so most trees planted by, like, cities and municipal bodies are male trees because...
So they don't repopulate.
So they don't make fruit, actually, and then drop the fruit and make cleanup really difficult. And so male trees release a lot of pollen, and the pollen has nowhere to go, and that's why our allergies are so bad.
Fucking bro-ass trees.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I
that's
heard that on
pretty
TikTok.
shit.
I don't know if it's true. I probably shouldn't repeat things I heard on TikTok and did not verify, but I'd like to think it's true because I have bad allergies and I want to be mad about it.
Everything's true on TikTok, though. I think they
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
they make that effort to only post truths,
Truths.
no matter what.
That new Crudes movie, am I right? Anyway.
Woof. Wow, that really, like, hurt my spirit a little bit. Like,
we can move on.
no, we have to talk about Crudes too. I remember when that trailer dropped, though, being like, people asked for a second one of these?
I don't think so.
I was very surprised to see that. Anyway, I don't know what this evil plan is. I kind of wish they just didn't throw in the word evil, because I feel like all this sounds a lot more exciting than it actually will be. But, good luck.
Maybe we shouldn't begrudge people their fun.
Hey, if slapping evil on it's fun to you, great. I just think be wary of, I don't know, if they're lawful good types, you know? Yeah. Listen, there are people in the world who dress up as superheroes and go try to fight crime. And if they catch wind of this, well,
You better watch it.
you're drawing some unwanted attention from Seattle superhero, the Phoenix. And I'm sure the other ones. I'm sure every state has one, so.
Do you want to read another one of mine?
I want to talk more about the Phoenix, the Seattle superhero. But
Oh,
okay.
and Crudes too.
And Crudes 2. This is going to be our full Crudes 2 breakdown. And, oh boy. Spoilers for the Crudes. Here we go. Jim Blossoms. Saw you hanging on your porch listening to that cool Hey Jealousy song. You were also drinking something pea-colored in a jar and smoking cigs. You had a unibrow. Or home-cut bangs. Or both. I was the dude who said, I love the Counting Crows, and you said, Jim Blossoms. You seem cool. Let's hang. All right. Lots to unpack here.
I have
Is
a
Jim
literal-
Blossoms?
It's not Gin Blossoms. It's Gin Blossoms, like the drink. Is my first thing to unpack. Idiot. Can't even get that part right.
Oh, boy. I mean,
the 90s song.
do you know this song? I want to
Yeah.
hear it, but I don't know if I know it. And we're on a
All I know is the part that goes, "Hey, jealousy." That's what
I'm
I got.
listening. I'm listening
That was
right now.
probably- Are you really?
I'm listening on my phone.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to get a taste. I need to know if I know this.
It's fine. Well, while you're doing that, I will say I really hope that pea-colored glass of liquid was not actually pea. And also, is this person roast? I'm like so confused. Like it felt like a roast, but I don't know. It also felt genuine.
I mean, is it a roast if they themselves say out loud, "I love the Counting Crows"?
Okay, let's have a controversial moment here. I think Counting Crows makes some of the best karaoke music of all time.
Well, sure. I would say being a good karaoke song does not make it a good song.
Also, don't talk shit about the Counting Crows because my mom works with Adam Duritz' dad.
What? What?
Yeah, he's a doctor.
What?
My mom works at a hospital. Worked at a hospital.
How?
First year
I'm not going to talk shit about Counting Crows.
Don't do it.
But how disappointed do you think Dad is?
I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed if my son won a Grammy, so...
Sure. With that hair, though?
Yeah, I know. It's rough out there.
I mean, listen, I can definitely, like, get behind singing Counting Crows at karaoke. Karaoke?
Karaoke. That sounds violent.
I've shortened it. That's all.
Karaoke.
We're doing karaoke. So she said, "What's the problem, baby?" Like,
Yep.
yeah, that's fun. Cake makes good karaoke songs, too, because anyone can sing them. Does that make them on their face? Great songs. I might say so. I like Cake. I would not be surprised if other people didn't think of them as expert songwriters. Like,
Okay.
There's a difference between a good song or good music and good karaoke music.
I think, yeah, that's fair. But we went through a phase, my old roommate and I went through a phase where we listened to a lot of 90s music late at night on YouTube and really felt some things to them. And there's a lot of Counting Crows on that. And I forgot that I actually legitimately like them a little bit.
I feel like, that's no shame. I feel like I can only really personally name 2 songs, though. What am I missing?
Kind of rock. So they did also Big Yellow Taxi.
Right.
Don't know, seem to go. Yeah, they did a cover of that. They did Rain Man. Is that the name of it?
I don't know. I don't know if I know that one.
They did Accidentally in Love, which obviously is their top hit because that was on the Shrek soundtrack.
Yeah. Once you go Shrek, you never go back.
You know Shrek. But yeah, I would say Counting Crows is good. And I wouldn't be that mad if I accidentally thought that Gin Blossoms was Counting Crows.
Well, I just threw my phone in disgust. Yeah, I don't know Gin Blossoms, but if they sound like Counting Crows, I'm in.
All right, that's all there is to say.
That's all there is to say. I got
All
nothing.
right,
I don't
got
think this is a
another one for you
roast.
then.
I think admitting you like Counting Crows is it's like me saying out loud on this podcast that I have gone through a Dave Matthews Band period in my life. Am I proud of it? No.
Oof.
No, not at all. And me saying that at someone is not an effective roast.
Fair enough.
And there you go. I'm taking the piss out on myself. Speaking of piss, if the drink was piss colored, that's fine and all. There's probably better ways to describe it that don't make it sound like they were just drinking piss.
And
Anyway.
the really mean way they were like, is that a unibrow or home cut bangs? That was
Or-
also a little unnecessary.
Or both. Yeah. Yeah.
As someone
felt-
with home cut bangs, I'm feeling a little like, excuse you. Like, having a unibrow is fine. Having home cut bangs is fine. Just you felt a little judgmental saying it, you know?
Right. Totally. I agree.
You,
Anyway.
Talon Bigelow. Anyways,
Talon Bigelow, went through a Dave Matthews Band.
it made
did
your
it.
breasts tighten. Every time you listen to them, your breasts just... You just...
Guilty as charged. Yeah.
All right. I've got another one from you here.
Go for it.
OCF family. To my Oregon Country Fair family, you are missed, but hopefully not too lost. It has been some time since we've gathered, and it may well be some time until we do so again. Just know that I carry you all in my heart and think of you often. Peace and health to you. Bolo of Lot Crew. Bob. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't know that what the Oregon Country Fair was until somebody from Oregon told me. Mm-hmm. Because this is not a thing that exists other places. Do you know what the Oregon Country Fair is?
I know of it, but have I personally been? No, I went to country fairs in Washington in my time.
You went
there.
to county fairs in Washington, I bet. Did you go to country fairs or county fairs?
Ooh,
Because the Oregon
distinction.
Country Fair is very different.
Yeah, maybe.
And
it was
that's why
different.
I got tripped up.
Tell me
Because
about it.
it's exclusive. Number one, here's the deal. It's exclusive. Apparently, it was explained to me as a mix between a Renaissance festival, a county fair, and a rave. And
Okay.
it's out in the middle of the woods, and you can buy a camping permit for it. But it's like a rave that like 40-year-olds go to, right? And you can buy overnight camping. Oh, sorry, I got so worked up about it.
Yeah, don't cry. It's okay.
You can buy overnight camping permits to it, but they're super exclusive. And the like after a certain time, only people who are camping there can be in the fairgrounds and like party. And so people try to sneak in, but you like get caught and kicked out and stuff. And people like have their crews that they go with year after year and like reserve spots for each other. And that's what this is about. It kind of reminds me of Juggalo Island.
Ooh.
If I'm being honest, that's what I
Boy.
imagine it's like. I've never been. And
I mean,
maybe-
I'm looking at pictures on the website, and like, yeah, it's a poppin' event. A lot of. It looks. Why does it look like Coachella? Like
That is essentially what it is. Yeah, it's kind of like Coachella, but for the older set that lives in or like granola and NPR
yeah,
people.
granola Coachella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
grown-chella, if you will.
Quaker Roachella.
He got there. I knew
got
you were gonna
there.
get to a good joke if I just stalled.
Didn't take you that long, if I say so myself. You're right. I guess I don't really have an understanding. But I have heard it talked about and talked to people who've gone there and talk it up, and I literally just in my head thought like, oh, like
County fair.
county fair, like, give some funnel
Agreed.
cake, ride a goat.
And I'm not here to shame you about your lack of knowledge. I'm just saying I
Cool.
thought it was also a county fair, and I was like, why is everyone tripping about this? And then I was elucidated.
Well, yeah. Then I guess it feels like a bigger loss in some ways.
Fam.
Fam.
My rave fam. My plur fam. Where did they go?
Like, I think
Weird.
this is cute, but also, like, I mean, are they gonna see this? Are they? Why not just send an email? I don't know. Like,
Because they only meet in the woods. They meet in the woods once a year for the country fair, and guess what? 1 year running, they haven't been able to.
carve it into a rock and put it in the middle of the fairground. I just imagine like browsing misconnections and like getting a misconnection from like your employer from 2 years ago, just like that shut down suddenly, and everyone had to lose their job, and you get some misconnection. See like the boss from your old job being like, "Hey everyone, miss you." Like,
It's your job to go to the Oregon Country Fair.
yes. Well,
That's what you're saying.
I assume that this is someone who works at the fair talking to the other people who work at the fair. That's what I assumed, and it's an assumption.
Oh, I thought they were like to use my metaphor from earlier, a juggalo talking to fellow juggalos, but I could
Yeah.
obviously be wrong.
I guess I don't know what Bolo of Lot Crew is.
Lot Crew does make it sound like he works there. All right, maybe I just lack reading comprehension. Whatever.
What does Bolo of mean?
Maybe that's just his nickname
Okay.
because he always wears a bolo.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah. Pour some out for the Oregon Country Fair. Pour some out for the Oregon Brewers Festival.
Pour some
Festival.
out.
I
Some
have
out.
missed. I remember this time last year, like, I think by this point we were still like signed up for the
Stephanie.
Shamrock Run. Mm-hmm. And like definitely like being like, this isn't gonna happen, right? Like it's 2 weeks away and they haven't canceled, but like we really shouldn't go to this big, 1,000 people event, right? Like it seems
I
like
remember.
bad news.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we were trying to put on a show right now. We were about to put a show up at a local theater, and we were in talks with them, and we were like, are you going to still charge us the amount you're planning on charging us if we don't have the
Correct.
capacity? And we were all stressed about that, about them like forcing us to do the show. Joke's on them. All the theaters were shut down for a year.
Yup. Yep.
Joke's on all of us.
Jokes on the dam. Oh boy, what a time! I try not to think about it, but here we are. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
No, it's your turn. Yeah. It's my turn to read one of
It's your turn.
yours. It's my turn
So either way, you would have been right, is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is I was right, no matter what. Yes. Okay.
Got it.
Restore. Couldn't stop flirting with your wife. She was in black felt boots, both of you in jeans and country wear. In fact, country is definitely the air you two carry about you. I sure would love to get to know the two of you better. Perhaps even round up a girlfriend to square it down. Or I could just be your gift to her. Sir, I would simply want to make her happy. That comes to us from Mall 205.
Which is a place where no one has ever felt romance. I'm just going to say it. I used to go to Mall 205 a lot, and it is not a happy place.
No, I remember two things going there for two reasons. There's a Verizon store nearby where I believe I stopped by one time. And I think there's an On-Point branch at which I was rejected a bank account.
Oh my God.
But I wasn't rejected. I just didn't bring enough of the right paperwork, like something with my
Okay,
address
I
on.
thought
So
they were just like, I was about to be like, was that like, do we need to file something with the state or like, was that discrimination?
No, I eventually got a bank account.
Okay.
I just,
just like,
I
that
needed something with my address on it. And it was annoying because I didn't know that. And we drove out there and had to drive back. So.
And you couldn't even go to the Bed Bath & Beyond because it's closed now. That was the only good thing it had, and it's closed.
I think there's a Star Wars store nearby, but
It's
I don't
probably
really...
also closed.
Probably. I mean, how good could it have been doing after the Rise of Skywalker, right? Boy. Don't even get me started.
Hot take. We're not a movie podcast.
We're not a movie podcast. I just wish that the Rise of Skywalker didn't decide to sideline its minority characters.
Hadn't sucked so fucking hard. Yeah.
Well, I think it tried to appease exactly the wrong kind of person. Unfortunately. I think we did. We had a great start. We had a great start with Finn, and then the Rise of Skywalker was like, we're done with Finn. We don't need Finn. We're done with Finn. Treat him like Jar Jar Binks for some reason.
Black History Month is over.
Black
Get
History
Finn
Month
outta
is
here.
over. We're done with Finn. It was nice while it lasted.
Yeah.
Well, this Women's History Month, should we give Rose a better part? No! She had a chance. Anyway. I have to
What a tangent. This person is willing to get booed up just for the sake of squaring. Like, they were like, I'll get a girlfriend if it means I can have sex with you and your wife. Like, that's dedication.
To be fair, he
don't
has
know
no
how-
interest in having sex with the man. He just states out loud, here, I want to make her happy.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be much of a team player in this
All
situation.
right.
That's all.
All right.
But I digress.
You don't digress, actually. That was bringing us
I guess
back
that's
to
what
the
we're
point
talking about. But I digress.
Yeah, I appreciate his dedication to making her breasts tighten. Truly, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna get over that line.
I mean, it's just...
I'm devastated.
Can we take a poll? Can we figure... Is this... people with breasts, is this something you would describe as happening to you ever in your life?
If we make
Have
that
your
a poll on
breasts ever
Instagram,
tightened?
we're gonna get our Instagram taken down. We're gonna get shadow banned.
If that's the thing that gets our Instagram taken down, then it
was
really should have
all
been
worth
taken
it.
down a long time ago.
Yeah, those were my thoughts about this one. Also, black felt boots. I don't know that I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't think
fact-
felt is what they meant. I'm imagining like craft store felt, like when you make a little snake bookmark out of. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
You ever make one of those snake bookmarks out of felt?
I don't remember making specifically a snake one, but I'm sure I've made many things out of store-bought Michael's store felt. Country is definitely the air you two carry around, and are you looking for a third is basically this misconnection. And, it is a good idea. If they are country, squaring it down is a good idea, because square dancing is their number one export.
Yeah.
So
They should all go fuck at the country fair.
they should all go fuck at Quakerochella.
Yeah, country is definitely the air you have about you. That's fair. I just want to make your wife happy. That's all.
It just...
But I do love that the misconnection is not pointed to the wife.
That's true.
I will also say that the misconnection is written to the husband. Which,
Sure.
what kind of fucked up patriarchal bullshit is that?
Sir, I would very much like your permission to bang your wife. And
How
if
does
you
she
want,
feel about it? Who cares?
if I need to have a second as well, I will find one. Because clearly, I am someone capable of finding my own girlfriend. That's why I am here asking to bang your wife.
You tell him.
I am not, no judgment. I just feel like you're setting yourself up for failure if the reason you're here in the first place is because they didn't have a girlfriend. So
They were scoping for broads at Mall 205.
it's just, yeah, it's like, listen, I don't have any money. I would very much like to acquire some cocaine. If you would like some cocaine in trade, I will go get some. Like, that is the logic that I'm trying to wrap my brain around.
Women are like cocaine.
Well, women are like cocaine. Or at least I like my women like I like my cocaine.
No.
White. Okay.
I was going to make some sort of blow joke, but yours was way worse.
Speaking of blow, can we talk about our live show we just had that is not recorded, so no one will ever see it unless they go to twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv/Kickstand Comedy and go
There-
watch it for the next, 4 days or
Yeah,
something.
a week or so. But listen, there was a whole lot of blowjob content.
There was a hole. There was one specific hole that everyone was obsessed with.
Yeah, there was.
And it was the blowhole.
It
yeah,
was
go
a
ahead and listen
raunchy
to that.
one. Yeah.
It was wild, and not even on purpose on my part. Mainly it was Talon.
It was, I guess, my fault, but I think I explained why pretty well in the episode. You'll see. It was a good time, though, and you should check it out if you haven't.
And we'll probably have another one at the end of March. Just
Probably.
keep your ears out. Speaking
Keep 'em
of
out.
things at the end, didn't you want to do a game?
I do want to do a little bit of a game. This is a, it's not, we will see how it works. This,
Okay,
not
great.
the most thought went into this, but I think enough.
Okay.
But I think what will be required of both of us is we're both going to have access to Craigslist. So that's something you can access right now.
Yeah, on my phone, sure. Yeah, I got it.
Cool. And I'll use my phone too. Here's the game, and really it's less of a game and more of a gamble thing. We're playing for a prize here,
Okay.
and I think the game is, I think we'll decide on a word that you and I are both going to each have our own word. We're going to pick a city, and we're going to go through the most recent misconnections,
Okay.
one by one. We'll try and read them real quick.
Oh my God.
First one to find their
so
chosen word. And I don't think it's going to take that long, because I think we know what kind of words to look for now by this
Okay.
point. I think we're 76 episodes in, plus our take, a couple live shows, so we know what to look for. We're going to be looking for our chosen word, and whoever finds their word first, and we'll go in order. It's not like a race, but we're going to find words. Say you choose the word butt, and I choose the word pants. And we're getting, we're going to read the misconnections that are most recently there. If the first of those two words we come across, say we see butt first, that means you win. And what you win is 3 minutes, uninterrupted, just to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Great.
And that is the prize. So I might win that too. So you've been warned. Do you have something you might be interested in talking about should you win today? Or do you want to keep that a secret?
Let's keep it a secret. I have a word for you.
Oh. And
I'm gonna say-
just,
Oh, yeah.
is this a word you want me?
Yes.
This is your word?
I
to
think
start?
we need to give each other words. I think
Ooh.
it doesn't make sense if we don't. So yours is
Okay,
eyes.
interesting.
Yours is eyes. EYES, eyes.
Okay. And I'm gonna give you a word. I'm gonna give you
You came up with this game,
mustache.
Colin.
Mustache.
Okay, great. Thanks.
I mean, I came up with the game, but I wasn't thinking we were gonna choose words for the other person. So now I had to come up with a hard word.
Eyes is easy. Okay, fine. Mustache. All right.
Well, I mean, if you
let's
want
do
to
this.
replace your word strategizing for the first time ever, and we need to pick a city, and I think it should be,
Los Angeles, California.
I guess it should be Los Angeles, California.
All right.
Okay.
They're raunchy.
And the reason I'm doing it this way is because for some reason, I don't think the search function works very well on the app. Like, definitely the word ass should come up, right? But you search it and it just
Were you
doesn't.
Were you searching for ass specifically?
I might have been looking for ass earlier. Yeah. What?
All right. So we're in Los Angeles. You
We're
want me
in
to
Los
go to the
Angeles.
misconnection section, and then
Yep.
do you want me to read the first misconnection that's there?
I think let's speed read these until we find one of these words. I think.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready
you
to
go
speak.
first.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Time to reconnect. Latino guy here looking for a woman that wants to do the same.
Guy at Lowe's tonight. I'm looking for the cute guy I locked eyes with at Lowe's tonight. You were wearing a
You
dark
win.
hoodie. Oh. You're wearing a dark hoodie, jeans, and had light eyes. Wow, 2 in. Whoa. This game works. This game is proven. Okay.
I think I just read a lot. Okay, 3 minutes on the clock.
All right. Set
You
the timer.
said 5. Talon originally said 5 minutes. I talked him down for 5 because I think he's going to realize how long 3 minutes is. Ready?
Maybe.
Set, go.
Okay. And no interruptions from you. Just FYI. So, 3 minutes, talk whatever I want. This is a great prize. I think I want to talk about WandaVision, because it's all I can think about. And I'll try not to spoil it at first. If I'm going to spoil it, I'll let you know. But it's a great show. Very much into it. I have some theories. And we're about to go into the final episode here, right? And, okay, light spoilers. If you care about spoilers, you really should get out now and tune it out for the next 2 and 30 seconds. 2
Okay,
minutes,
because
30
I gave you
seconds.
an easy word, I get to interject really quickly. This just feels like a normal episode. I'm just going to say it. Okay, I'm
Sure.
done.
I don't know. That counts as an interruption. I think I'm going to have to start the clock over. We're going to start at another 3 minutes going. That was the prize, Sarah. 3 minutes uninterrupted.
I gave you an easy word.
Well, now you know the game is played, so you'll play it better now. So we're going to start the clock over now. Okay. 3 minutes of spoilers. And now I sent all those people away, and they're going to come back when I'm a minute into this, and now they're going to be spoiled, Sarah. You know what? We should just start the podcast over. No. Here, I'm using my time. It's still glowing. Going? Glowing. Here we go. Okay. I don't think we're going to get Mephisto. I just don't. I just don't see Marvel doing it. It's the devil. We're talking about literally the devil as a character. I think he might be teased. I think he might be mentioned by name. I don't think we're going to see Mephisto full body. Now, do I think we're going to get a Reed Richards cameo? That has been going around the internet. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't happen. The space engineer that was referenced, so lampshaded, very big deal made out of that text message. I don't think they would do all that and then have it amount to a very small character. That would be bad storytelling. I'm not saying Marvel doesn't make mistakes, but I think that would be pretty sloppy. So I think this engineer hasn't been met yet, and the look Sarah's giving me, but that's okay. Doesn't matter, because this is my prize and I won. And she hates it. She actively does not like this. She's doodling, probably just doodling my face, probably with a knife sticking out of it. I don't know. Oh my gosh, she's stabbing the paper. Listen. Was it Agatha all along? In some ways, yes. We don't really know what she was doing. Was she working for someone else? I don't think so. I think she's enough. I think in the finale, if we get White Vision and Agatha, that's already too many. That's already too many enemies. That's already too many antagonists. We don't need a Mephisto. We don't need a Nightmare. We don't need anything else. We just need Reed Richards to come in. And here's how I think that's going to work. I do think it's going to happen, because I don't think Marvel's going to just take away John Krasinski cameo possibility. He's already met with them. That has been stated, and the internet wants it so bad. I don't think they're going to piss off the internet without trying to ease that blow a bit. So here's how it happens, right? Here's the scene. Picture this. So we already saw the sword got lent that fancy space car, right? It went through the hex, and they got halfway transformed into a truck, right? So I think later, last episode, last scene, post-credit? No, earlier. Penultimate scene. They're going to drive that truck back, it's already at that base. And the guy's going to come get it. He's going to be obscured. We're not going to know who it is. He's going to be like, hey, Monica. Thanks for keeping my truck safe. Oh my God, that's not the way it looked when I sent it to you. Well, now I gotta go bring this to my 3 other friends in space, and they're not gonna be happy about it. Anyway, off to our space adventures. There's 4 of us, and we're fantastic. I think that's pretty much how it's gonna play out. I yield the remainder of my time.
How much time did you have left?
I was at 3 minutes and 1 second.
You didn't have any time left. What do you mean you yield your time?
I was trying to
Okay.
be polite.
All right. Well,
All right.
we got one misconnection for you after all of this. So Talon, just skip to the last one I sent you. But in the meantime, thank you so much for listening, especially for suffering through whatever that was.
Hey, you know what? You're going to get to win one of these times, and I'm not going to complain.
No, boy. That's not true. Both that I'm not going to win and you're not going to complain. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed what you listened to, tell a friend, rate us on the podcast app. It helps so much. If you rate us 5 stars and leave a written review, Talon will read whatever you wrote. Yes, I said whatever. He'll do it. I won't. I have standards. If you like what you listen to, you can also send us some misconnections. If you're a little, a little bit of a aficionado yourself, you can send those to us at craigcrypod@gmail.com. You could also send them to us through DMs on Instagram, through our messages on Facebook. You can even tweet them at us. We do all those things. Just look up Existential Crisis on those platforms. We'll have another live show at the end of March, so stay tuned for that. We'd like to thank Rosie Sherman for making our wonderful theme song. Go check her out on Instagram at HeyShermy. And I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't said before, our Instagram is definitely the best place for answering questions and polls. Like
Especially about your breasts.
Especially about your breasts and whether or not they have tightened recently or ever. Listeners want to know. We're very curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that said, I will take us to the end of the show with our very final dip into the misconnections. Running at night. You, walking your dog. Me, short, hot. If you saw me crying while running, no, you didn't. I'm Talon Bigelow.
And I'm Sarah Thompson.
This has been Craig's Essential Crisis.
Crisis.
Also now a WandaVision podcast.
No.